Hello everyone, here's a story to send shivers down your spine. Jack was dead at one point. At least, I think so. He had no pulse or heartbeat that I could find, nor was he breathing. So, yeah, I mean dead. But you be the judge. Here's what happened. Jack was a puppy at this point, and at this time we used to feed him Hill's pet food. Anyone who knows about this food knows that it is golden brown, and as you all probably know, I live in Britain, and we use pound sterling. Back in the day, before they changed the way the pound looked, if anyone remembers it, it used to be completely gold with no silver. That was reserved for the £2 coin. Anyway, Jack's in the hallway and he sees a pound coin on the floor. Now, Terrier's eyesight is never the best in most circumstances, but he was very greedy and wolfed his things down without really looking at them. And this was to be his downfall. He sees this and he's like, "Oh, food!" Except that because he's a very small puppy, his neck couldn't have been much bigger than Sylvie's. He was about 6 months when he attempted to swallow it, except it didn't work as he was unable to swallow it, and he ended up passing out on the floor. Now I want your opinion on what you think happened to him. Do you think he was completely unconscious and I just couldn't find a pulse? Do you think he was dead for 5 minutes? I would love to know what you think. Anyway, I thought that as he was already gone, I might as well get the pound out and see what I can do. I might be able to help him and get him back. So I did that by opening his mouth and pulling it out from his throat. Still no response at this point, though. I really didn't want to have to talk to my mum and tell her that we lost the dog at 6 months old, and I knew that there was a way to bring back animals by breathing into the nose. Now, this may not even have been necessary because he may have just been unconscious, but I was 16 and I really didn't want to lose him, so I thought I would double check. I ended up doing it about 3 or 4 times and still not getting a response from him. I thought I would not get a response from him because he was lying there looking pretty dead, and I really didn't think it was going to do anything. But if he had been completely gone, maybe I brought him back. Anyway, he kicked me and I nearly had a panic attack because it meant I didn't have to tell my mum that he was dead. I don't know if he was dead. I don't know if he was just very, very unconscious or if he just went into shock, but I know that I thought he was dead. I was 16 and I wasn't thinking straight. He just looked at me like, "Why did you kick me?" I was just so happy because he was okay. Anyway, as you can tell, he's obviously still alive. Funnily enough, he's never been a one to try and pick fights or put himself in danger, but at the same time he always seems to find it. However, because of this, I've had to teach him a new word. If you have a dog, like mine, which can be a bit dumb, teach them this word. Drum it into them so that they understand. The word I use is danger, but unlike the phrase no, or bad dog, or things like that, only use it when it comes to something serious like money on the floor, or glass, or something like that. I only ever use it for times like that, when it's something that could literally end them. And never use this word to pretend, because then they won't understand the severity of it, and they will end up in more danger. When we had both cats and there was glass on the floor, they were coming downstairs and I said danger, and every single one of them stayed where they were and sat there and waited until I told them. And it's such a rare thing for me to say that they know that it's serious. And mimic the fear in that language. If it's a cat, widen your eyes and try to make yourself look small. Same with the dog, really. Remember, only use this in life-threatening situations. Anyway, if you have watched to the end, you're handsome and you're beautiful and well, I'm speechless. I'll let you know next time I see you. over to the pets. Hello all, this is Sylvie. If you liked what you saw, then subscribe for more.
Hey everyone, my name's Bonjo. If you enjoyed yourself, then give it a thumbs up and share it with all your friends.
Hi everybody, I'm Jack, and if you had fun, then comment down below and let my mum know what's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten.